It's morning. I'm being barked at. It's about the 10th time I've done this. It's covered in microabrasions because of age. Now, the first thing to remember is some of those floors are much older than the 80s. Some of them are a lot older, 50s, 60s. And of those, some of those have got asbestos in them. They are completely safe, but don't try ripping them up just in case, all right? It's totally safe on your floors. It won't cause you any harm whatsoever, so don't panic, but you do need to be careful. So if you do want to put another flooring on top, say you want to put laminate down, don't rip them up, leave them in place. Having said that, you can buy acrylic shine coats that you can put on them and bring them to a lovely shine. They look like a milky liquid and they're water soluble, and I hate them with a passion. Two reasons. Number one, you get your floor really clean, you carefully lay down this shine coat, and they take about an hour to dry, and they get very sticky in the middle, and anything that lands on them will land on them. You can't get it off because it's in the middle of the floor, and it's there until it wears off. And that's the other problem. They are like a shell coat, and where you walk and there's traffic, they wear away, and they leave a ridge round the edge, but that ridge is virtually impossible to get off. You can do it using ammonia and scrubbing, but I've never found. They always say it's really easy, just use a little bit of Star Drops, and no, it isn't. And if you don't remove it 100% every time you redo them, within about 3 or 4 applications, it looks really manky. You can use actual floor wax, but you have to be careful. You have to be very, very sparing with it. The floor must be spotlessly clean. You use something like traffic wax, and you use it really sparingly, because what you're aiming to do as you rub it really well in, to rub the wax into those little micro abrasions, leave it to dry, and then buff it off really thoroughly. It can make the floor a bit slippery, so do check, especially if you've got elderly people or kids of that running and skidding age. But if you do that, that is actually very, very effective. It is quite a bit of work, though. But very often, if you just get them really clean, they look much better, because they can. You don't know it because they're brown and they don't show the dirt, but the dirt is still there and they just look somewhat sordid. But if you really get them clean, they often look a lot better.